The fat cap-off rib, FCO rib, or export rib, originates from the upper back region of the front quarter and is considered to be one of the middle meat cuts. The rib is comprised of two primary muscles, the larger longissimus dorsi, or eye, and the spinalis dorsi, or cap. This specification normally has a weight range of 6 to 7.5 kilograms, or 13 to 16.5 pounds. The rib is a desirable muscle and is available in both bone-in and boneless forms. The rib can be presented in the form of prime rib or rib steaks and offers a juicy and robust flavor, making it a premium cut for beef lovers that is suited for both roasting and grilling applications. We will demonstrate methods for producing boneless options. In order to prepare the rib, first remove the finger bones by slicing as close to the bones as possible. You can utilize the finger bones as a whole rack or split between the bones. The finger bones are best prepared through braising methods. In order to prepare the rib for roasting, remove any excessive exterior fat. If purchased boneless, it is recommended that the finger meat on the underside be removed and tail trimmed to desired length. For the classic prime rib, season and place in the oven to desired cooking doneness. Remember, when roasting any beef cut, a lower temperature for a longer period of time is the best way to achieve the highest cooked yield and retain the most natural juices. Once the prime rib is cooked and allowed to rest, portion across the grain to desired size. Cattle weights in North America on average have increased by approximately 16% over the past 20 years. Achieving a thick steak from a heavy rib becomes more difficult without increasing the portion size. And second, the fat plug, or kernel fat, increases in size with the larger rib steaks. A common guest complaint about prime rib is usually the amount of fat and the perceived differences in steaks from the chuck end versus strip loin end. The next cutting application allows us to address both the issue of consistent size and amount of fat. Begin by locating the natural seam above the finger meat on the strip loin end. Utilizing the tip of your knife, slowly separate the spinalis muscle from the main eye muscle. It takes some practice, however, becomes easier the more often you do it. You can now access the kernel fat between the two muscles and remove it. Next, remove the tail. Locate the point where the ribeye and tail meet, and follow the natural seam. To create thicker steaks while managing both portion size and price point, it is recommended to slice a few grilling steaks from the blade or smaller end first. We are now left with a uniform center muscle that can be split lengthwise into two separate portions. With your two portions of the eye, slice across the grain to achieve the desired portion size ready for the grill. You can see that the same portions we cut earlier from the prime rib is considerably thinner, making it much more difficult to control cooking. Additionally, we were able to remove the kernel fat and are now able to offer all guests consistent portion sizing. Alternatively, the entire eye could be roasted, whole or split, then portioned. A great option for busy banquets. The cap muscle, or spinalis, is perhaps the most flavorful part of the rib. This muscle has a number of options: season and roll, or produce a stuffing; jet net the entire muscle to be roasted whole, or portion to achieve a pinwheel effect. Alternatively, you can portion across the grain for steak sandwiches. With guests' attitudes towards portion sizes, as well as our aging population, we have demonstrated variations of preparing prime rib for you to address these issues in your operation. an opportunity to differentiate yourself with products like the Center Cut Rib Medallion, also known as the Chateau Medallion Cut. These products allow you to produce thicker portions and create an innovative presentation, and bring out the best the rib has to offer while providing excellent cooking control for the kitchen.